Hello, fellow preppers. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. Why we prepare. It's been a while since I made one of these videos, and a lot of things have happened. We've had earthquakes all over the world, wildfires, we've had floods, heat wave, lots of people died. I mean, it's just one of those things, you know, here in this neck of the woods, we're lucky. I mean, we are extremely lucky that we haven't been hit by something really bad. And that's why we prepare, because sooner or later, you know, we're going to roll snake eyes and something's going to happen. I mean, we don't know. It could be today, could be tomorrow, this week, next month, next year, this decade, next decade. But sooner or later, we know something's going to happen. We just don't know when. So we prepare. Just makes sense. Common sense. Something that there's a definitely a lack of in the year of 2016. So that's why we prepare. In fact, after I'm done with this movie, I'm going to our monthly prepper meeting, and the topic today is starting over. Are you prepared to start over? I mean, can you imagine what it would be like to be driving home? You come to where your house normally is, and there's nothing there. It's obliterated. It's gone. It's a crater. It's smoldering ashes. I mean, can you imagine what that would be like? What would be your first thought? What would be your first action? There's a lot of things you can do to prepare in advance in case that ever happens. I mean, simple thing. You probably have a lot of records, like your birth certificate, diplomas, insurance papers, deeds, titles, things like that. Might behoove you to make a copy and have it stored in a location, maybe 100 miles away, maybe clear across the country at a relative's house or something, or in a safety deposit box. Something to think about. Something you could do ahead of time that costs little to no money, but could come in handy. See, there's a lot of things like that. But I mean, really, focus on what you would do if you had to start over. There's one question you're going to have to answer. Do you start over where you are, or do you go someplace else and start over? I mean, there's a lot of things you have to think about. And don't count on somebody to take you in, even if they're family. They might tell you no. So you might have to have a list that you can go down and ask. Maybe make a deal with, hey, if it happens to me, you'll take me in. If it happens to you, I'll take you in. You have a handshake agreement or something. Something to think about. But when you see what happened, like Oklahoma, they got hit with the tornado and the wildfire. I mean, can you imagine that? I mean, that's just devastating. So I want you to think, what would you do if that happened to you? Because, fellow preppers, you have to remember one thing. If you fail to prepare, then you're preparing to fail.